Okay, right now I wanted to start with a program that I am currently using, Market Advantage XI. We have our current system is an access-driven database, and we've actually kind of, I think, surpassed its capabilities. And a couple of things I wanted to show you is sort of like how our business actually works so that you can get an idea of whether your solution can be made to fit exactly what we're looking for. First of all, this database is a task management system, and it's also a CRM. This program actually does do a good job. However, it is a software-based solution, and I am looking to be working, sort of within the cloud, using some hosted services or whatnot. Specifically, this is what's called my Today screen. And as you can see, I have some to-do items here. And one of the issues that that we personally see is that this is a property-centric database, and as you can see right over here, you kind of see that the property, I have to do something here on Deering Street in Livonia. And then as you can also see that I've got other items to take care of as well on this property and that sort of thing. Now, the flip side of that is that we have, here's what's called our property browser, and so our database is actually property centric, meaning, and what I mean by that is that the contacts that I have are typically associated with a property. So it doesn't really matter if I'm dealing with bank-owned properties or retail properties and whatnot. And typically we will have a seller. We have a whole bunch of different things that we can choose from. And what I think is also important is that the party member types, I have to be able to create any kind of party member that I want to be associated with any kind of transaction. And in this case, this program allows me to create party members sort of, on the fly. The second thing is that we have a notes field. I have to have a notes field in order to be able to, so that we're all kind of on the same page. We all kind of have some idea of what's going on. And throughout here we have property details. I think that almost every kind of solution would have something that we could configure so that we understand what the what the database is. What all the features of that specific property are. Let's see what else. The calendar item. This allows me to see on any one specific property what tasks are currently due, and you can kind of see here that this person is the coordinator, the person who's in charge of actually getting that done. The next item that I have is I wanted to show you a task series spreadsheet. And really what this is I have this comprised of a whole bunch of different task-based series, and inside of each series there is a number of things that have to get done. So when we receive a new property, there are certain things we do, and there are certain people assigned to various tasks. And in some cases, when we complete a specific task, somebody else gets assigned another task behind it. So as you can see right here, this one is based on it says order city inspection and uncheck the city inspection box or something like that, and that is from right here. When somebody does this specific task and they press complete, well, then the very next thing that pops up is that it tells somebody else to go ahead and complete another task. Maybe so each of these tasks are something that I would like to be able to somehow upload into a system, configure on my own, that sort of thing. That's kind of what this program is actually, I think, fairly good at. The one piece of the puzzle that we're actually missing, though, is as you might see here, we've got Bank of America listed here. There are some issues where we can't. This is the one thing, in pre-listing, we've got various companies that are, that we get properties from, whether it's Bank of America, Fannie Mae, whatever the case may be. And this is where this property-centric database kind of doesn't work for us to some degree, because we can't really specify which company it belongs to. And so what ends up happening is we can't very easily configure a set of assignments or tasks that each of our clients need, because and at the end of the day, we do have clients that have specific needs, and if we can't meet their specific needs, well, they're going to go find somebody else who can. And so that is probably one piece that we're actually missing right now. One thing that this program is actually very strong at is the CRM technology. And that CRM, if we went into, let's see, let's go to the address book, and let's just look up somebody with the name of with last name of S. Okay, you know what? Here, we've got somebody right here, somebody with just an email address. Okay, so now if I wanted to, after we sell somebody a property, we can actually convert these people over to various, classifications. These classifications are a number of things that we have over here. This is also another thing that we, as time evolves, I'm going to need to be able to customize these fields, and which I've, already done to some degree. But in some cases, we have people who are on our, say our newsletter. They buy a property, and now they're going to get on our newsletter, which is basically a quarterly publication, and we want those people to get this. Maybe it's going to be an email that they get, once a month, just updating them on this, that, or the other thing. It's hard to say all the different marketing pieces that we might do, but however, that's where this classification item really works well for us. And I'm trying to think here, what else do I need to show you? I suppose one of the things that we're looking for the system to also do is that the email, we're going to try to use hosted Microsoft Exchange, and so having something that can synchronize, I think, our contacts and the calendar tightly would be very, would be ideal. This way, as we carry around our phones these days carry, all the contact records, and having our contacts in each of our phones based on various, based on the various classifications that we choose, or maybe who that contact actually belongs to would be really nice. So in this case, you see that the record owner for this specific person is Scott McClue. So that, therefore, what that means is that when we do an Outlook sync on this, it will actually go ahead and put this person, Cynthia, assigned to Scott McClue, and when he does the synchronization, that person's phone number and contact information will appear in his phone. I guess the very last thing that we're looking for is the system should probably work in the cloud, which I kind of already had explained that. Our website currently right now is not actually complete. However, it is being built on .NET technology. It would be very ideal if we could, in the future, be able to make our new database talk with the new website. So the example I have here is that one thing I can't stand is that when we have to enter information in more than one time to do various things. And currently, right now, we have to enter in, maybe the same property information, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 times. And I would like to whittle that down by at least, one time if we can with with our new technology. And so I think, for instance, when a property goes active, meaning that the seller says, okay, go ahead and list my property for me, and we have a listing agreement and all that stuff, well, I'd like to be able to click like a radio button, and then somehow the system and my website talk together, and now that that property becomes a open to the public, where the public can actually see it. That's about all I can think of at this moment. And if you wish to contact me, my direct phone number is 248-396-9474, and you can reach me on my email. That's going to be Gerald, M, Gerald, M as in Mary, @remax.net. Thank you.